There is a comment, and you can see it on different kinds of social media, on different other types of media, when something bad happens, especially if it is some kind of a social problem. It is 2021, why does blank still exist? And to be honest with you, I don't always get this comment. Why do I don't get it? Why do I think that this comment is misguiding and misrepresentative? More about that in a moment. But first I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience, and here I share my various opinions about the different topics. I do 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays. If you will enjoy this video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Except for that, let's go. As I already mentioned, I don't like this comment. It is already this year, it is already the future. Why does this still exist? My first huge problem with this statement is the situation is actually way better than it was. People are always concentrating on the bad stuff, and we only see bad stuff, but we don't see the progress. We don't see the fact that in comparison to 10 years ago, or maybe even 5 years ago, situation is way better. No, we just focus ourselves on this specific case, and we are like, no, the problem overall is still there, although the problem overall is way less or way smaller than it was like some time ago. 2 great examples. First one, slavery. Yes, slavery does still exist in the modern world, and there's also modern kind of slavery. But let us be honest, in comparison to the original slavery, our slavery is way better, if you can call it like that, and also there are way more laws against slavery. It is way more difficult to create some kind of slavery, to have slaves or to sell slaves or to sell slaves. You cannot do it anymore. In my personal opinion, it is a win on the scale. Another problem, racism. And this problem occurs again and again and again, more about that in a moment. But at the end of the day, racism nowadays is nothing in comparison to racism back in the day. People can live next to each other. They are allowed to live, or rather, they are not bothered if they are living. So you can tell me whatever the hell you want, but we made like big steps in direction of tolerance and in direction of making life of more people better. But yes, racism still exists, but it is nothing similar to original racism, how it was even 10 years ago. It is not original 10 years ago, but I hope you understand what I mean. I have at least 2 reasons why a lot of problems are still existing in 2021. And the first one, it takes time. It takes time to solve the problem. It takes time to make the situation better. It makes time to resolve conflicts and maybe to forget them. When we are talking about bad behavior, the behavior that we don't like as a society, there are people who lived during the time where that behavior that we are thinking is bad was completely normal. It wasn't bad, there was no bad connotation to it. It was just normal to be like that, to behave like that. Except for that, there are different countries, different cultures, and some culture, or what is normal in some culture, can be bad for a different culture, which leads to the fact these people who have some bad behavior will continue to be bad for some time, which means when some of them move to a normal culture, they will behave in their way, which will lead to like some bad behavior, which we still have in 2021. From the mentioned examples, slavery. Slavery is a great example for that. I do believe that at some point we will reduce slavery almost to nothing. As always mentioned, I don't believe in absolute zero in terms of stuff like that, but we can reduce it realistically almost to nothing. It just takes time. It just takes some more and more people to understand how bad it actually is. It takes time for the bad behavior in some cultures, what we consider bad, to become normal or good, to become good. So the normal shall become good. I hope you understand what I mean. The second reason why some problem does still exist in 2021 is the fact that it is a part of human nature. And you can tell me whatever you want, but human beings are not simple. They are not just good or bad. They are a lot. And there are a lot of good people, very good people who do their best for society, that make society better. They still may have some bad sides of them. Maybe some good person who is a good Samaritan always helps everybody but not black people. Everybody but not black people. Is it racism? Yes, it is. It clearly is. But will it disappear completely? I don't believe in that. I don't believe that people at some point will forget about our differences. I think we can work towards the target of tolerance, of accepting our differences, but forgetting about them, ignoring them, I think it's only possible in some fascism or totalitarian regime, which is not really a good thing. We are different, which means that we have the reason, extra reason to hate each other. We have the reason to love each other, we have reasons to hate each other. And at the end of the day, if all the differences will disappear at some point, all of us will have same skin color, same religion, same I don't know what, people will find something. At least that's what my experience and what my knowledge is saying me. We will always fight something over what we can fight with other people. Which is why, in my personal opinion, the fight shall be towards accepting, but not forgetting or ignoring. But coming back to the actual topic, it will not go away completely. It will always exist. It is there, just not maybe as powerful anymore. In conclusion, I will say yes. We as a humankind, as nations, as people, as groups of people need to do better. We are not perfect, we are not good. Technically, there are no good people, depending on the definition of the word good. But we do make progress. We shall recognize it, in my personal opinion. We shall see the situation developed itself, that the life became better, that people do better, that we do not hurt each other anymore right now, or at least way less than we did in the past. Yes, we can do even better. But let's be at least a little bit patient. Let's fight for it, no problem with that. But let's be at least a little bit patient about the situation. We cannot just sleep, so go to sleep, stand out of the bed and yes, racism is solved. It doesn't work like that. We fight, we go small step after small step to make great bigger steps, and in the end of the day we will create great development, which is already on the way. We have it. We do have it. Let's be a little bit more happy with each other. We are not so bad. We are maybe not good, but we are not bad either. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it is the case, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Except for that, I'd see you on Thursday. Have a great week.